I don't ever want to be the guy that tells somebody what to do without actually doing it myself.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
Respectable.
Yeah. Can we stop the squats?
Yeah.
Okay.
Hey everyone, it's Kendra Rommel with the Rommel Report. This is a podcast where I interview the who's who within my community to build your business and help you build your network. Most of all, build your wealth portfolio. Join me on my adventures with friends where I interview them to get you the most valuable content for your business so you too can scale up. I'm super excited about this interview with Shaun. He has stepped into a 30-year-old business, infused his own style, helped create opportunity for himself and continue to grow the business. But that was then, and this is now, and we need an update. So in order to keep this spicy, we are going to do a workout challenge every 10 minutes and hear what Shaun has to say. Here comes Shaun now.
Woo! What's up, Kendra?
Hey, Shaun, how are you?
Good to see you. Oh, dude, I'm pumped to be here.
All right, to kick this interview process off, we are going to, you almost killed somebody, but
Sorry, sir. Sorry about that.
We are going to start a squat challenge.
Okay.
Let's go.
All right.
So I wanted to ask you, stepping into a family business,
Yeah.
not wanting to rest on your laurels,
No way.
wanting to infuse some of your own style, but yet gain respect. How did you do that?
Man, that's a good question. I grew up watching my dad, great man, lead a company with a work ethic probably parallel to nobody. He is the guy up ahead. And so I knew coming in that I needed to kind of bridge that and I needed to continue that. That means showing the team that I'm committed to taking the company to the next generation and that I am willing to get in, do the work. I don't ever want to be the guy that tells somebody what to do without actually doing it myself.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
Respectable.
Yeah. Can we stop the squats?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes. For this part of our interview, the second challenge is going to be toe touch push-ups. Are you good with that?
Perfect. Yeah.
All right.
I'm ready.
Let's go. What is your differentiator in your space?
As you can imagine, in print packaging, it's pretty competitive. There's a lot of people that can do what PJ Printers does. I think where we set ourselves apart, not only do we give you good quality at a good price, but I think because we're a small family business, we have the ability to be adaptable with our production times. And a lot of people find that helpful. We don't have to cut through as much red tape, so typically if a customer has a need, we are able to make that work within our scheduling to get the product into your hands and get you what you need.
That's perfect.
Yeah.
I know a lot of people can't fulfill what they say that they can fulfill.
Yeah.
So separating yourself, it seems so simple.
Right.
With customer service, it really does make a difference.
Oh, it's huge.
For the third challenge, we are going to do some bench step-ups.
Love it.
We're just gonna step it.
Love it.
Step it up.
This is in your wheelhouse.
You ready?
Leg, yeah, absolutely.
All right, let's go. Do you, as a small business owner, have fear? Have fear of failure? And or what does that fear look like?
Yeah, I think failure is just an inherent part of what our human soul is born in with. And I think for sure, something that I battle with daily is not letting that weigh me down, right? So when I look out over our company and all the employees, you're literally looking at their livelihoods, their families right in front of you. And for a small business, if you have a week or 2 weeks of slow time, that failure panic button can start reaching its peak. So I think for me, kind of working on myself and working on my brain, focusing on the realization that when you're born, you naturally inherit the truly valuable things of this life, those things being love, family, relationships, the fruits of the Spirit. And if I focus on those things, I feel like I'm allowing those fruits of the Spirit to organically come out. And as a result of that energy, failure won't be an option, right?
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Honestly, I think you mentioned something that rings true to me, which is when you remain true to yourself.
Yeah.
and you consistently stare fear in the eyes
Right.
as a business owner, as a person,
Right.
and you give it no option,
Right.
you don't leave the door open and just focus forward, you will succeed.
You will. Because you think about it, there's a lot of men that have failed
Right.
that we revere as some of the great patriots of our time, of our country's history.
Yeah.
My dad reminds me all the time, one of the keys to life is going from failure to failure without losing enthusiasm.
Right,
If I'm
right.
focusing on that failure, I'm not remaining enthusiastic.
No, totally.
People like enthusiasm, they gravitate toward it.
Right.
So,
No one wants to do business with Debbie Downer.
no, not really. Not really. No.
I love that.
Good question though.
We made it.
Good view up here.
So my next question for you is, what piece of advice have you received and what piece of advice could you give?
One of the first things that comes to mind that I carry with me to this day, I was playing college baseball and I put a lot of value in myself as a baseball player throughout my life. And I wasn't having the best year, and I started kind of sulking and feeling sorry for myself. And one of our best player, who currently plays for the Arizona Diamondbacks, two-time All-Star, Stephen Vogt, came up to me in the dugout one day after I'd struck out, and he puts his hand on my back and he goes, "Hey Laner, can I tell you something?" I'm like, "Yeah, Steve, anything." He's like, "I just want to remind you, it's never as good as it seems. It's never as bad as it seems. Stay aggressive." And it was simple, and that's all he said. And I remember I wasn't in the best of moods, and like you'd imagine when you're not in the best of moods, you're not just enamored and like immediately grateful, but that has stuck with me now over 10 years. And it reinforces in me like things could always be worse, things could be better. But to stay and to be aggressive in the task at hand, to do whatever you're doing with all your might, is genuinely, I would say, almost 100% gonna put you in a better position to succeed than if you're not focused on that.
And how do you feel that has mentally played into how you attack business today?
Yeah, I think it's being diligent to continue understanding yourself and understanding what makes you tick, right? If I'm not getting up early, getting an exercise in, I'm not gonna be as good of a father. I'm not gonna be as good of an employee. If I'm not taking care of my body from a nutritional standpoint, from a health standpoint, from a spiritual standpoint, I'm inhibiting my value to you, to
Right.
the people that I come in contact with.
Right.
So,
And so for anybody who is out there listening that struggles with overcoming the mental process or the mental toughness, is there something that you could give them that would help push them to the other side?
yeah, I think I'm just looking, in any relationship I come across, I am trying to see your best value and your greatest capabilities. And I believe God created all of us with gifts. And I want to do my best to encourage that relationship that I'm in presently, to encourage you through that, to encourage you in that, to help you be the best part of yourself, whether that's a customer, an employee, my kids, my wife, my friends. I'm not saying that I succeed at that every day. I'm a human being and I fail at it often, but I think kind of regrouping and recentering in that every day helps me it gets a lot of joy from me. I get joy out of it. When I'm acting that organic part of who God created me to be, I'm fulfilled as well. So pouring into you with that gift that I have, that's what I'm giving you. That's what I'm trying to give you.
That's so cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I would agree with that. I think that investing in people and investing in people's hearts and trying to encourage that growth in their natural gifts versus focusing on the negative is absolutely imperative to any successful business.
Yeah.
But you personally and each of us personally, I would just say that it takes that mental fortitude to be successful.
Yeah.
And so I appreciate that statement that you
Thanks.
made and that you have given and received in terms of advice. I think that's hugely important, and it's been a huge part of my business as well. Well, Shaun, I want to thank you for hanging out and doing our workout challenges, being a good sport. I love that you touched on some significant points that are valuable to each and every business and have been the key to your success, like jumping into your family's business, not resting on their laurels, but infusing your own style, separating yourself from other people in your marketplace and overcoming that fear that we all have and carry with us through any of our business opportunities. And really the takeaway in terms of advice given to you and what you can give, I feel like are who you are and how you're made up and what makes you successful. And what I respect so much about you. So thanks for hanging out.
Yeah, that was a lot of fun.
So if someone wants to get in contact with you, how would they do that?
Yeah, they could visit our website, www.pjprinters.com. My email address is accessible on the website, so they can contact me that way. They can call the phone number. They can come visit our plant, and I give them a tour, show them around, see what we have that would be valuable to them. We're also able to find us on all the popular social mediums. Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter. Yeah.
Well, again, I'm grateful for your time. I appreciate you. I appreciate your business and what you're doing with the business.
Yeah.
I'm excited to see where that goes. Everybody, thanks for tuning in to the Rommel Report. We hope that you found value in this and had as much fun as we did. Talk to you soon.